New Jersey has plenty of strange history, but there are places where that history doesn't stay in the past. These are the places locals whisper about, the ones people swear they'll never visit again after dark. Scattered across the state are roads that feel alive, houses that never seem empty, forests that swallow sound, and buildings where the temperature drops for no reason at all. Some of the stories are folklore, some come from real tragedy, and some no one can explain. Tonight, we're going to the places where the line between legend and reality gets dangerously thin. These are New Jersey's most haunted places, and the deeper we go, the more you'll understand why these stories refuse to die. First up, we're at Clinton Road, a 10-mile drive through the woods of pure unease. No houses, no lights, no noise. Just darkness so thick you could bottle it and sell it. This place makes Blair Witch look like a real estate listing. You've got the infamous Ghost Boy Bridge. Legend says a kid who drowned decades ago returns any coin you toss in the water, which is adorable until you realize it's 2 a.m., your hand just got cold, and something's tugging your sleeve like it's trying to take you to Spirit Halloween, permanently. The phantom truck is a thing too. Headlights appear out of nowhere, tailgate you like it's a BMW on Route 22, then vanish the second you pull over. Either it's a ghost or the most dedicated Uber driver who died on the job and still can't find your address. And this isn't just urban legend fuel. In 1983, a cyclist found a body on the road, linked to hitman Richard the Iceman Kuklinski. Because what's a haunted road without a mob body for seasoning? The whole area's got layers, rumors of satanic rituals, weird animals from the abandoned jungle habitat zoo, and that constant vibe like the trees are watching you. Clinton Road is New Jersey's version of a psychological prank that never ends. Ringwood Manor looks like a serene postcard. Big estate, pretty ponds, perfect for a bridal shoot or a paranormal investigation. Because step inside and the whole vibe shifts. Built over centuries and occupied by wealthy families with long titles and longer grudges, the place collected antiques and ghosts. Visitors report seeing a Victorian woman staring from the upstairs windows, like she's judging your outfit from 1872. But when they go inside, she's gone, because of course she is. Footsteps echo through empty rooms, doors open themselves like they're auditioning for the haunting of Zillow, and cold spots pop up in corners warmer than most New Jersey marriages. People have even felt hands on their shoulder, only to turn around and find nothing. Then there's the infamous self-locking room. Tour guides say the door sometimes bolts from the inside, and keys won't work until they're ready. What I want to know is, who is they? Ringwood Manor feels less like a museum and more like a place where the past still occupies every floorboard. The Devil's Tree looks completely harmless, just an old oak chilling in a Bernard's Township field. Until you get close. That's when things get weird. The bark always feels warm, even in the winter, like it's charging up for something demonic, or maybe just mad about recent tax hikes. Legend says the tree was used for lynchings and dark rituals in the 1800s. Anyone who messes with it, carves initials, snaps a branch, supposedly gets hit with a streak of bad luck so aggressive it feels personal. We're talking car crashes, sudden illness, or worse, moving back in with your parents. Then comes the black truck. Locals say a matte black pickup appears from nowhere if you get too close at night, tailgates you like a rage-filled Dodge Ram, then vanishes into thin air. No license plate, no driver, just pure highway intimidation. The town put up a fence, but visitors still report chest pressure, nausea, and the eerie sense that the tree's watching. You don't have to believe the legend. Just try standing near it and not speed walking away like it owes you money. The Seabrook Wilson House, aka the Spy House in Port Monmouth, looks like a peaceful little bayside museum, until you realize it's been called the most haunted house in America. Built in the 1600s, this place has served drinks to colonists, seen the terrors of war, and apparently collected more souls than a season of ghost hunters. Legend says patriots spied on British soldiers downstairs, which is the most Jersey move ever, eavesdropping while pretending to bartend. Now, Visitors report phantom footsteps on empty stairs, doors slamming when the air is still, and the sound of ghost kids sprinting upstairs like it's recess at the Afterlife Elementary School. Staff say they've seen a colonial woman gliding through rooms like she's late for a haunting, and the most iconic ghost is a lone child staring out the bay window. People walking outside swear they see him, only to learn the building was locked tighter than Chris Christie's fridge. Next, we have the Pine Barrens. Over 1 million acres of pitch-black woods and enough silence to make you question your life choices. It's the perfect home for New Jersey's most famous cryptid, the Jersey Devil. Born in 1735 as Mother Leeds's cursed 13th child, it grew wings and a horse's head, shrieked like a banshee, and pieced out into the forest like a demon. Hunters have found hoofprints that start and stop in the middle of nowhere, like the devil's moonwalking through fields. Campers report footsteps circling tents without snapping a twig, because nothing says relaxing weekend like being stalked by a colonial gargoyle. Park rangers have heard screams that don't match any animal, and this is New Jersey. We've heard things. And locals still catch glimpses of a tall, thin figure crossing trails at dawn like it's heading to a haunted job interview. Out here, cell service dies, fog rolls in like a horror movie extra, and the trees hum with energy that feels wrong. Even if you don't believe in the Jersey Devil, the Pines is still a creepy place to be after dark. The Burlington County Prison looks harmless, just a little stone building chilling in downtown Mount Holly. But step inside, and it feels like the walls are still doing time. Built in 1811, it held murderers, thieves, and broke dudes who owed $5 to the government. Some never made it out, because the place basically doubled as a torture chamber with rent. Visitors report footsteps pacing the second-floor cell block when no one's up there. You'll hear metal clanging, doors rattling like an inmate still begging for a second trial. And then there's the shadow figure in 1800s prison gear just lurking near solitary confinement, like he's waiting for a ghost parole board. The basement is where it gets extra. Ice-cold air, sudden nausea, and invisible hands brushing past like your ex's ghost checking in. Flashlights die, cameras glitch, and multiple people swear they've heard their name whispered by something. Burlington County Prison is doing life without parole in full paranormal lockdown. The Devil's Tower looms over Alpine like something pulled from a Gothic novel. Built in the early 1900s by a wealthy landowner who allegedly used it to spy on his wife, it went from scenic lookout to Gothic tragedy real fast. When she found out, the story goes, she took her own life. And ever since, her spirit's been circling the tower like it's her eternal revenge loop. Back in the 70s and 80s, local teens swore if you drove around it backwards at night, a woman's face would appear in the windows of the tower. Others claimed they saw a shadow pacing up top, like she's stuck in an eternal Fitbit challenge. Even now, drivers report engines stalling, radios cutting out, and headlights flickering near the base. Basically the paranormal version of a dead battery in a Range Rover. The town sealed the place, but the legends keep leaking. Footsteps echo from inside, and some swear they've heard a woman crying. Whether it's heartbreak or haunting, the Devil's Tower always makes you glance twice, just in case she's already looking back. Beneath a quiet Clifton neighborhood lies a storm drain system locals call the Gates of Hell, a name that stuck because the deeper you go, the stranger things get. From the outside, it's just a regular drainage pipe. Step in, though, and you're suddenly in knee-high water, pitch-black corridors, and spray-painted symbols that scream, "Cult meeting went wrong." Explorers report hearing footsteps behind them, despite the tunnel being too narrow for anyone to sneak past. Others hear growls echoing from pipes that should only be carrying runoff, not the sound of Satan's chihuahua. Flashlights flicker. Temperatures drop. And more than one person's admitted they felt something pacing them, just outside the beam of light, like a shadow playing tag. At the far end, they say there's a hidden chamber, the 7th level, covered in symbols no one's been brave or dumb enough to decode. Whatever's down there, the deeper you go, the more the tunnel stops feeling man-made and starts feeling like a scene from hell itself. Next, we're heading to Cape May, full of charming Victorian homes, but none of them feels quite like the Physick estate. From the outside, it's gorgeous. Inside, it's less historic charm and more, someone's definitely watching you from behind a lace curtain. Built in the 1800s, the house was home to the quiet but very fashion-conscious Physick family. After they passed, strange things kicked up. Footsteps on empty staircases, perfume wafting through halls with no source, and doors that opened just wide enough to say, boo. The main suspect? A woman in period clothing, believed to be Dr. Physick's mother or aunt, seen gliding room to room like she's checking on the dinner party she died planning. Several paranormal teams had sightings in the upstairs hallway, where guests feel a cold draft that's not from Cape May breezes. Paranormal crews have caught whispers, shadow flickers, and locked rooms that somehow still get used. The Physick estate doesn't just feel haunted, it feels attended. Like the family's still hosting, and you were not on the guest list. Finally, we've got Shades of Death Road, because apparently Mildly Concerning Lane didn't quite capture the vibe. This backwoods stretch in Warren County has receipts when it comes to being haunted. Once home to bandits, violent feuds, outbreaks of disease, and enough buried bodies to make it Jersey's least romantic picnic spot. Even the newspapers back in the day claimed it to be cursed. On the road is the Ghost Lake, a man-made nightmare that emits mist on clear nights like it's chain-smoking. People swear they see reflections in the water that don't match the people next to them. Nothing like glancing at your girlfriend's reflection and realizing she has no pupils. You've got shadow figures jaywalking through the fog, headlights that ghost themselves mid-chase, and random cold spots that hit like the woods just judged your entire life. Shades of Death isn't just creepy, it feels like unfinished business, like the road itself is still waiting for someone. Whether you believe in ghosts or think every shadow has a logical explanation, one thing is hard to ignore. These places feel different. The silence hits heavier, the air gets colder, and the stories linger long after you've gone home. Maybe it's history imprinting itself on the walls. Maybe it's the power of local folklore. Regardless, if you ever decide to visit any of these spots yourself, remember one thing. Every person who reported something strange once thought they were imagining it, right up until they weren't.